Hey everyone. So I am in my new office and it's a bit of a mess, so I'm not going to show you anything aside from what you can already see in the video, which is just piles of stuff because I don't yet have anywhere to put the stuff. But in any case, for today, this is a topic that's more for the ladies in terms of the context that I'm going to be sharing, because this is more of a typical female kind of experience. However, guys can also use the nature of the pattern and apply it to their own lives. So yes, my example is going to be in the context of female experience, but you know, find what support you can from everything you come across. So see if this is something that can support you in your life. So something that I've noticed, and I've noticed it before in other long-term relationships, is that there's this part of me that activates when I am in a relationship. And let's say, for example, now I've moved in and I'm busy organizing things and I'm finding my space, and we're merging stuff and spaces and all kinds of stuff. And the point that has been coming up within me is this tendency, or it's kind of like this movement of wanting to take care of things and to, like, it's almost like wanting to be a housewife. And it's not that it's bad or wrong, or that that I shouldn't be doing this. It's more now a question of, okay, so this is coming up within me. Let me first of all check, okay, is this something that is just a different expression of me that is now, it now has the space to come through, or is there something else going on behind it? And what I have seen within myself is that there is the possibility or the potential for this point to become this kind of pattern of wanting to please my partner, of wanting to make sure everything is perfect and dinner's ready on time, and no, don't worry, I'll do it myself, and you just relax, I'll do it. And while I haven't lived that, I see the potential is there. And I know that a lot of women go through this, because I've spoken with a lot of women, and this is a very common experience. It's like we become this motherly kind of figure, and the motivations behind that are not always clear. So yes, for me, that is a potential, but at the moment it's more of, okay, it's a different part of myself that's now getting the space to express. However, within this, I also need to be aware and be considerate of everything else that is part of my responsibilities, because it's quite easy to, okay, this new part of me is starting to come out. It's quite easy to get lost in that, and to it's like we almost start redefining ourselves according to this new role that we're playing, and we lose sight of everything else. So at the moment, what I'm practicing is, okay, yes, I'd like the space to explore this side of me, but there must be a balance. There must be a balance within my relationship with my partner, but also within my personal responsibilities, my daily commitments, my goals and visions for the future. Because I don't want to lose myself in some different identity and being a housewife or whatever. That's just a part of me, and maybe, maybe I don't always want to be that, but that is yet to be determined. So the point of balance in the relationship is where this role has the potential to create an imbalance, like an inequality, because if I, for example, step in too much to take over particular roles or tasks and don't give my partner the space to also participate in those things, then by my actions I will be defining his role for him almost, because I'm not giving him the space to participate, and he kind of like, it's like I'm cutting him out of certain things, and I'm more solidifying my role as being these things, and as, like, for example, I always cook dinner and I will not accept any help, or I will always clean these things, or I will always do the organizing of things alone. So it's like the tendency that comes up is I see something that needs to be done, so I do it. And sometimes within that doing, I don't leave space for anyone else to come and do it with me. And then what eventually happens is I become resentful because I did not let anyone help me, but then in my mind I'm blaming them for not helping me, and like, oh, I'm doing this all alone. But it's actually what I created. I cut them out. I didn't give them the space to participate. I took up all that space in doing it myself, and that's my creation. So within that, I have to practice, and it's actually been going pretty well so far. I have to practice deliberately bringing people in to my space, to my activity, to what I'm doing, and having them be a part of it and initiating that, because sometimes we don't want to step into someone else's space when they're busy with something, or sometimes we don't think to do it. Sometimes it's not even in our consideration. So by me initiating it, I leave absolutely no room for myself to take it on all alone. And also within then doing tasks together, within doing things like, simple stuff, cooking together, cleaning together, it's an opportunity to get to know a different side of each other, because a lot of these kinds of tasks, you don't always see that side of the other person that it might bring out, because, for most people, most of your life is taken up with sleeping and working. So actually spending time together and doing things together ends up not being all that much time. So that's another aspect, take it where you can get it, even if it is something as simple and mundane apparently as doing the dishes together or cooking dinner together, and turn it into something you can enjoy together. So in all of these roles that we find ourselves within in our lives, such as housewife, or the maker of food, or the breadwinner, or whatever it is, we are the ones who create and live those roles. And when we blame other people for what we have created ourselves to be, we are actually disempowering ourselves. We are saying that we do not have the ability to determine who we will be and what we will live, when in fact that is what we've been doing all along. But by refusing to see that, we are essentially cutting off our own arms. So consider who you are creating yourself to be and what role you're creating yourself within, and how you can expand yourself within that, how you can create space for other people, create space for growth and development, and not lose sight of what is important to you, your goals, your commitments. Okay, everyone. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave a comment below, or you can send a message. If you'd like to expand on this topic, then let me know. Otherwise, if you would like to support me, you can do so on Patreon. The link is below. And I shall see you next time. Bye.